Hello everyone, welcome to our channel Claim What's Yours. I'm your host Vaughan Reinecker, and today I'd like to talk to you about typical morning in the life of a short-term insurance broker in Johannesburg. So this morning we had 2 appointments to go and see existing clients to discuss their specialist liability renewals. First meeting was at 9 o'clock. We had a chat with one of our clients out on the west rand of Johannesburg, and the type of cover he had is a specialist liability cover underwritten by a specialist liability insurer for a specialist task that they perform. So our offices don't only deal with general commercial insurances, whether that is a retail shop or a wholesaler, but we also deal with specialist liability, legal liability risks that would attach to our clients for work that they do on behalf of their clients. So this is not physical work, this is work that they're doing on behalf of the clients, where our clients, or their clients rather, can suffer a financial loss because of an error by our client. So our client makes an error in failing to do something or not do something, which causes the third party to suffer a financial loss. Pecuniary loss is what it's termed in insurance. So we went out to have a chat about the renewal. We've known the client for a long time. We chatted about not a lot about the insurance. We chatted about other things and related stories, particularly rugby, all sorts of other matters that we were having fun chatting about, obviously welfare of our families, and also the physicality. So a lot of the insurance stuff we talk about when we go and see our clients is the relationship we have with our clients, and it's not purely mercenary, only chatting about the insurance. So this particular renewal related to our client completing proposal forms, providing current turnover figures, estimated figures going forward. Were there any material changes in their risk? So have they changed their business in any way? Are they doing anything different? Have they added any new strings to their bow? We confirmed all of that was not the case. Our client signed a no claims declaration. So that's also quite important. Any liability policy. So the insurance companies say, are you aware of any claims that are on the go at the moment? Then it says, are you aware specifically after inquiry, secondly, as a second item, of any incidents which may give rise to a claim that you think you know about? So there's some things you either know about stuff or you don't know it, but is there anything that you haven't had a formal claim, but you may think turn into a claim? Please let us know. And that particular declaration, the client ticks yes or no. If yes, they provide details. If no, they would then say no, sign the declaration, date it, send it through to the insurance company, proof of no claims, and we submit that with the proposal form to the insurance company. The insurance company will then give us terms to come back to our client to give them to consider. In addition to getting renewal terms, we are also, as a matter of course, going to ask some alternate insurers for quotes on our client's policy to see whether the current insurer offering and premium is market related. Remember, our function as a FSP is to make sure that our clients get the best cover at the best possible premiums. So we always go and ask for alternate insurers. Right, second appointment we had on the other side of town, on the east side of town. Jumped in our car, shot across to another client of ours, and this relates to also a large manufacturing company who manufacture equipment, and their policy that they were looking for was also a legal liability policy, but a broad form legal liability policy. General liability, tenants liability, products sold or supplied, as well as defective workmanship. That's a bit of a misdescription. So the insurance company liked to make use of the word defective workmanship, but it's actually resultant damage from the defective workmanship. That should be the correct heading, but that's a bit cumbersome. So the definition is shortened to defective workmanship. So you pay extra cover for that, and that normally relates to the installation of equipment at other premises. So you're doing the physical installation work, whereas a product sold or supplied is something that you sell or supply or alter or change. Different types of liability. We're looking at legal liability for our client, including legal liability not only arising in South Africa, but also at various countries in the world. So a lot of legal liability insurance companies, specialist legal liability insurance companies, are quite sensitive and nervous of any work that is done in the USA, Canada, Australia, due to the types of legal liability that attach. So It's not only physical loss of damage, it could be punitive. So that becomes a rating consideration. Once again, with this client, we had a chat about the legal liability, and a whole lot of other matters came up relating to their insurances, their assets insurance, occupancy certificates. What happens if we have a catastrophe, if we have a fire? So I'll deal with that in a subsequent video directly after this, and how we're going to manage our clients' expectations from that point of view. But just to finish off what we did with our client this morning, we asked them to sign a fresh letter of appointment appointing us so that we can communicate with the insurers in case we need to change the insurers. Secondly, we needed them to sign the no claims declaration form, which I just chatted about, and we needed them to give us actual turnovers, estimated turnovers, number of employees, number of premises they work from, has there been any material change in their risk, and also is there anything that they need to disclose, particularly about claims. That comes back to the no claims declaration. So that's what we were doing this morning. Once we've done all of that, we got all the forms, we scan the forms in, we save them in an appropriate name, not just a whole lot of gobbledygook. We then share those saved forms with our client. We send it to them in a folder. We store it on our SharePoint. And then what we do is we send it to the insurer and say, here's the pieces of paper that our clients have submitted. Can you please give us your renewal terms? So interestingly, on this particular client, the renewal terms, or the terms that they enjoyed last year, let me say it the other way around, the terms that they suffered last year were substantially higher than what is available in the market now. So we did an exercise for our client to look for alternate insurers, mainstream leading insurers who've got money to pay claims. And surprise, surprise, there is a huge difference in the premium costing that our client was offered by the alternate insurers. When we went back to our client's current insurer and said, look, this is what's on offer. If you'd like to retain the business, would you like to match what's on offer? The client's holding insurer did match, have agreed to match, and our client has saved 2/3 of his premium. Let me say that again. They saved 2/3 of their premium by us as their FSP doing the right thing and going to find out whether our client's cover is the best in the market and that they enjoy the best premiums. If you'd like to know more and you'd like us to do the same for you, like, subscribe, and send us an email.